I know you've heard a lot of stories from the civil rights movement, from marches to sit ins and speeches and protests. Kenny Watson was a little boy that lived in Flint, Michigan at the time. He adored his family, even his annoying brother Byron. He had no idea that when he visited the South that he would be in the middle of one of the biggest tragedies that occurred during the civil rights movement. He just knows that he's an ordinary boy with a not so ordinary family. The Watsons Go to Birmingham, 1963, by Christopher Paul Curtis, is the story of Kenny and his family. It shares with us why the Watsons were so unique, as well as documents their journey into Birmingham, Alabama. This book is something called realistic fiction. Kenny and his family are not real, but the events that happen in the book are real. If you enjoy funny books or if you love books that tell stories about events that happened in history, The Watsons Go to Birmingham 1963 is an awesomely funny and sad book that takes us back to the South during the Civil Rights Movement. There have been a lot of things bothering Meg, so much so she has been getting in trouble at school and feels as if the world doesn't understand her. Have you ever felt that way? Well, Meg felt that way because her father was missing for a long time, but she didn't know that there were forces lined up to help her find him. A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline L'Engle is the story of how Meg has to enter the fight of good versus evil and darkness versus light with the help of her supernatural brother Charles Wallace, her new friend Calvin, and the mythical Mrs. If you love fantasy books, or books that explore alternate worlds, or books about growing up, A Wrinkle in Time is an awesome find for you. You can find both books at the library.